Welcome back, everybody, to another video of answering you. I got a crazy amount of questions on my Instagram story for this one, which is really cool. So I'm excited to go through all of these. There's a whole bunch of people asking questions about acting, Grownish, and entertainment. So I'm excited to get into it. Let's not waste any time and get straight into it, shall we? This question is from Louis Pena 1287. What's your favorite quote from my character Vivek on Grownish? And my favorite quote of all time from season 1, the Blackout episode, is, "You thirsty queen." He knocks, ow, I hit my tooth. He knocks on the door of someone in the dorm, and that's just Vivek trying to hit on people. You know, he doesn't always hit. He never hits. This question's from Milena CXM. Does it help if I practice and remember a character's line in a show and act it out? That's actually an interesting way to practice acting. Maybe not just one line. It could entice like just copying, but if you find a scene, right? Find a scene where two people are having a conversation and you pick one of those characters. That's a really great way to practice acting. If you're looking at just that example of, practicing someone's lines from a show that you like, that's a great way to go about it. Find out why that character is in that scene, what they want in that scene, and then, act that scene out. Maybe you can have a friend on the other side. That's actually a really good way, Milena. This next question is from Shark Drums 24. If you could play any role in a sports movie, what would it be? Oh, I want to be a star. I want to be a sports star. That would be so cool. I feel like I have the stature and the look maybe for like a soccer kind of movie. I would love to be in a hockey movie. I would love to be a player in a hockey movie. Next question is from USO Crazy Girl. Does Grownish need any new actors or anything? Because I really want to act, but specifically be on this show. I mean, Grownish is always looking for, new opportunities, right? Whether that's new storylines, new characters to be introduced. I guess your question is like, how can I get on the show? How I was able to have an opportunity to audition for the show is because I had a manager who was able to bring me the audition, and they had their sources, right? So I can tell you that if you have a manager, that they can help you get into those doors, right? And have those opportunities. Next question is from EJLOB. When will the next season come out? I mean, you're asking the wrong person here. I actually don't know for sure. That is pending on life. I think we have a 2021 release, but we do not have a release date. So 2021, let's be positive, yeah? Next question is from Matt. What type of movie would you like to star in? I really want to do an action movie. I want to do like a Mission Impossible, some kind of run and gunning kind of movie, like a John Wick. That sounds like so much fun. This next question is from OG.Mira. What's your favorite thing about filming on Grownish? Well, it's my first professional job, which is so cool. I mean, first, like season regular kind of situation job, and that's why it has a special place in my heart. The next thing I think of is everyone on the cast is so fun to be around when we're at work. Work is the best. Like, I love being around everyone while we're at work. I can't imagine being on another job, being a part of another system, and having this much fun. Yet, I'm sure that it's going to be very bright in the future, but the cast I have right now is so much fun to work with. Next question is from Mariah Girl 931. How was your reaction when I got my role on Grownish? It was a lot of mixed emotions. I was at a family event, and I got the call from my manager, and I was just in a whole other headspace when they were calling me, and they said that I had gotten it. It was a disbelief almost, because I had tested maybe a month before this call, and I thought, it's been a month. There's no way that I got it. But I did. So that's what it was. It was disbelief. Next question is from Mark Anthony Peter. TV, film, theater. Is there a favorite one, and why? I wouldn't say I have a favorite one that I have worked on yet because I haven't done TV, so I can't really compare them all yet. If there's one I like to watch more, it would probably be... It's tough. I'm going to say movies because it's such a bigger spectacle. But, you know, I if it's between the two that I have worked on, theater and film, I'm still not in a place where I can choose between them because theater, you have that live aspect, and anyone who's a performer knows that is just something else. And when, you know, I'm doing television, it's so much more... How do I say it? I want to say fun, but it's not more fun than theater. It's just this atmosphere, maybe that we have on Grownish, that is just like the best time always when you're at work, right? It's really tough. Next question is from MOALLAHYDI. Did you go to acting school? I did. I went to acting school. I went to the University of Alberta in Canada, and I didn't actually plan to go. I was planning to be a drama teacher, a gym teacher, and I decided, you know, maybe I should learn how to do the acting portion before I teach it. So I went to the University of Alberta for my Bachelor in Fine Arts acting degree. My next question is from Bisexual Flacco. How do you start taking acting seriously, like getting auditions and stuff? So I feel like that's two-pronged question. You start taking it seriously by understanding what it really takes and understanding what the grind is of actors and understanding that it's not an overnight sensation situation. It is more likely than not a years upon years long grind before you get something where you are actually like satisfied with, like, I got this job, that's really cool, like, and maybe even longer than that, right? You do it, you take it seriously when you understand, man, I really love this and I'd like to do this every day. That's when you start taking it seriously. Next question is from Mallory. Do you think it's smart to date a co-star? I would probably say my instinct is no, just because I like to keep romance out of the workplace. Initial romances, anyway, right? Because you don't know where things are going to go. You never know with a relationship, and you don't even know with work, right? So I just try not to mix. Next question is from JULIIVAS. Would you ever consider doing film, or do you prefer TV? I would love to do a film. I've never done a film, so absolutely, I would love to do a film. Next question is from Lezamari. How long have you been acting? I always get confused on how to answer this question. If you consider when was my first full-time job, and we're talking Grownish, so that was 2017. If you're talking when I started taking it seriously, then you're talking university. So I started that degree in 2014. If you're talking about when did I very first start acting and trying it out, then that would probably be a high school, grade 11, 2009. So whichever one of those that you think you want to go from, those are all good. This next question is from Watcham Cruz Monica. I wish the Grownish show could select me as a new deaf actress. That's actually a really cool idea. I mean, I hope that, you know, maybe you're in this video and someone will see it, and then you can be, hey, we have an idea for this deaf character in Grownish. Wouldn't that be sick? That's really cool. I have another question from Official Justin. How can I get into acting like you did? How did you get paired up with an agency? So the way I went about it, very few people go about it the way I did. I sometimes am hesitant to tell people to go through this way. In fact, I tell most people not to, but then it's hard not to tell them to do this way because it did work for me. I went into an acting competition for managers and agents. I lived in Edmonton, Alberta. All right, there is opportunity, but not the opportunity I was looking for. I heard a radio announcement of, hey, does your kid want to be a Disney star? And I was 22, and I called in. I said, hey, I'm 22. Can I be a part of this? I was in school, just doing whatever. And they said, yeah, I guess you could come. And I was like, great. I went, I participated, and I finally met up with my current team, and they're the best. They got me the opportunity for Grownish, and here we are. I have another question. I have a question from _Gill. I'm dyslexic. Can I still be an actor? Now, I don't actually know too much about dyslexia, but if there's anyone else who's watching this who is dyslexic or has dyslexia, sorry, I'm trying to get the wording here. Is it possible to be an actor who's going through that, right? Or if there's any actors right there who are watching this, what's it like for you? I have a question here from Royal Highness. How do you memorize your lines in a decent amount of time? Okay, so the first thing that I do when I start to memorize my lines is understand why I'm saying them. Before I'm like, okay, I'm going through the words, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to repeat it, blah, 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 blah. I need to know why I'm saying it, because that's the driving factor. If I forget the words that I'm saying, that I can still push through and get the meaning across. So first thing I do is get the meaning across. And my first thing I do is understand why I'm saying it. And then after that, it is repetition. Next question is from Henry there. How many times have you had to improvise while on set? Oh my gosh. I mean, had to? It's almost countless. I've been on a show. Right now I'm on Grownish, and they are so good with letting the actors feel it out. Letting the actors take the meaning of what's going on, as long as you follow and respect the writers, do what's on paper. Sometimes little improvisations can come up, right? But that's really where the magic happens anyway. You're improvising with your co-star every single moment, but it happens quite a bit. Whether or not Post keeps it in, that's where it's really dicey. I don't really know. I have a question here from Deandra Blake. How long have I been on screen? What's the most challenging moment? So the most challenging moment I have had on screen was when I was doing the cultural appropriation episode. Now that is just where I didn't have a lot of knowledge or understanding of, really cultural appropriation, because I had never really been in that situation that Vivek was. I don't believe to my belief that I have been culturally appropriating. So to be put into someone's shoes who was doing that, and then being, the character Vivek being lit up by all of his friends, it was quite challenging to send it as Vivek and really, because I had to portray someone who was appropriating. So sometimes it felt awkward to rehearse, but then you got to do it because that's part of the story, right? And Vivek learned a lesson through that, and I learned from Vivek from that. So that was probably the most challenging thing that I've done on Grownish so far, which is one of my favorite experiences on Grownish. A question here from Cozy Darnell. Well, I just signed to an agency. Now what else do I need to do to get to where you are? Right. Well, if you've signed to your agent, if you've been signed to an agency, fantastic. Congrats. Let's see. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Constantly communicate with your team what you are hoping for, and communicate with them what they need from you, and just make sure that you really know what kind of an actor you want to be. Make sure you let your team know what kind of actor you want to be, and then you will start to hopefully get opportunities that will put you in a situation to, get to where you would like to be, whether that's a show like Grownish or something completely opposite from that. Question from Hisoka Favorite Minor. Are they going to add a new character? I don't know. I'm sure, as stories develop, that there's going to be new characters, but I can't confirm that for sure. Question from Anti-Psychoetics. Is there a GC for the Grownish chat? What's a GC? Is that a group chat for the Grownish chat? Is that what that means? Is there a group chat? I mean, we all have our individual group chats. I don't know what tier I'm in. You never know, because everyone has little conversations you have, with very specific people. But, of course, we've got a Grownish chat. if that's what GC means. Question from RRE Joyce. Are you currently working on anything right now, acting related? I'm gearing up for 2021, hoping that Grownish is going to land. That's what I'm doing. If in regards to like refining my craft, I have taken a few acting lessons over this 2020 and doing more of this, creating. That stimulates my creative itch. Question from Linez.hn. Will Vivek get a girlfriend in the next season? I don't know. You're going to have to wait and find out. That's where we're going to end it. I'm going to keep these to probably maybe 20 minutes because that is quite a video already. And I will catch you all in a flippity flip. Thank you for all your questions. I'm going to put up more in the story. I'm going to post this on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, so that you can see all the answers. You're all the best. See you later.